Just let me share the link out quick. So people know we're coming. I don't want them to know we're coming. That's kind of weird. What are you looking at me so weird for, child?
I know what that means.
That's disgusting. You shouldn't know what that means.
She says, I know what that means.
What the hell? That's horse dick.
Well, I mean, when you go to school and there's interference.
No, I don't want to hear about school.
What'd you say when you go to school and what?
Apparently when they go to school, they teach this to each other in the locker room. I don't fucking know.
Oh, my.
I don't know what she's trying to say. Gangsta. Joker. Callum. Oh, hell. All I'm doing is just sharing the link. It'll take me a few seconds. I'm not tweeting it out to everybody and tagging people. They can just find it themselves. People know we're doing this. They're aware of it. They knew it was coming. All I want to do is tweet it though on Facebook. Post it on Facebook. Alright, it's been tweeted. If you guys can, go tweet it. And King Dominator's already telling us the new United States champion is here. Oh shit. It's going to be a fun time. Goddamn fucking slow ass shit. Alright, just a copy and paste and we're ready. Whoever comes in, and then we can get after it. I don't know if you guys can hear Ed in the background or not when he's talking. But he's with me. Kind of.
Yes, I am.
You guys hearing him okay? I'll make sure they can hear and you're alright. May the best man win at the pay-per-view effect. Alright. It's been shared out, posted. Alright, cool. They can hear you just fine.
Sweet.
Alright, now when we do this little announcement...
No, I don't have to speak up.
When we do this little announcement, this is not the order of the card. We don't have that order decided yet. It's just the matches. I guess the first thing what we need to tell them is the champion versus champion matches. And I talked about it. We have decided to keep things honest, to keep things fair, to eliminate any and all bullshit and claims of, oh, you won because of this quote-unquote stipulation. None of these matches will have stipulations.
Right.
None will have stipulations on them. They're going to be clean-cut, clear matches. All talent will be barred from ringside other than those involved in the match if anyone gets involved. If we don't fire you, you can rest assured you're going to start back off with 0 points and you ain't getting a title shot for the next 5 years. So there.
5 years?
5 years. I just made that decision right now.
Okay, I'll go along with that then.
This way you know no one's going to run interference. We want clean-cut, clear winners. Who is better?
We all know who's better.
So what we might as well...
We all know what's going.
Callum with the G's. Alright, let's go. We'll work our way. No offense to those who have these titles, but we're going to work our way from the bottom up. Yes, my dear.
It's 86%.
Okay, that's great. Switch it then. I can live with 86%. The bottom up, the first match that we'll discuss is the Internet Champion from Warzone, Shakona, versus the Television Champion on Storm, Simply Smooth, Byron Austin. Ed, I'll let you start.
It should be. It's probably going to be better than the match we just saw, but you know. But yeah, just me taking a little shot at, Mr. I'm untouchable. I'm kicking everybody's ass, and then he gets his ass destroyed, and that was Brandon Ace.
He's been a hell of a champion, though. We can't take it from him.
Can't take that away from him. He has been. But then again, you never know.
Yeah.
But all I know is when Byron Austin has a championship, he's on a whole other level.
This is true. He's much tougher. So much tougher.
Go back and look at past stuff. When he's had the title, he's damn near unbeatable. So And the new guy, Shakona, is just he's impressive. He's very impressive. I mean, he took it to Ace, and Ace didn't know what. I mean, even you said it during the show. You were like, "Oh my God, Ace didn't know it." He just looked at him like, "Oh my God, what am I in for here?"
Yeah, I mean, pepperoni tits is on a new level.
Right, and Austin is bigger, height-wise, weight-wise. So will it be a cakewalk, or is it going? You know, nobody knows. We'll have to wait
and what that means by bigger is Brandon Ace is 5'11", 219, and Austin is 6'6", 240. But that's still 6'10", 460 plus pound Shakona.
Yes.
Sheesh. I don't want nobody making predictions who they think is going to win now, here, then, or whatever. But holy smokes. I mean, let's put it this way. As impressive as Shakona has been this early in his career, 4-0 now.
Yeah.
You know Austin's going to have to be on his A game. And like you said, when the belt is on the line, no matter the belt, he comes with his A game. So, looking forward.
What? Here's the thing, though. Because the belts aren't on the line, are they?
No.
So how is that going to affect? I was just thinking about how will that factor into it.
Right.
Because like you said, we all know when the belt's on the line is a different. So belt's on the line for any of these guys.
Right.
It's just champion versus champion to prove which shows champions is the best.
Right.
So that's another thing we got to think about.
Yeah, and I want everybody to understand that. No title for title matches. This is just champ versus champ. It's that simple. Now, pretty much covered that one pretty quickly. I think we can move on to the next one.
Yep.
The next one was brought to us just today due to the decision making during the show. The United States champion now is King Dominator, and he's going to be taking on the international champion of Feck. Dominator representing Warzone, Feck representing Storm. They have quite the history between them with Crown Royalty. Should be an interesting, and I know this for a fact, Feck's clearly been working out the last week thinking he was preparing for Alex Dar. And then out of nowhere today, whoa, I now have to take on a former stablemate of mine. What is your thoughts on this one?
I think Feck's going to get his ass kicked.
Oh, boy.
That's what I think. Because Dominator has gotten everything on his own. He's busted his ass. He's done what he's want. He hasn't had to be on someone else's coattail to get something. And let's face it, the only reason Feck has got the title he's got is because things led up to it. He was riding on Powerhouse's coattail. He's been riding on KO King's coattails. Did he get lucky and win the match that got him the briefcase? Well, of course he did. But he had momentum because guys in his stable handed him shit. Because I'll go back and I'll say it. What did he do? And other people will back me up on this. He cried. He cried and whined. Oh, give me a shot. Oh, come on, I'm part of this group. How good is he really?
Ouch.
Because honestly, we don't know.
Damn.
You know, and he likes to say he's this and he's that, but really, what has he proven?
That's brutal.
I'm being honest here. Go look at the character. The character, he's always had to have somebody with him. So, hey, I'm gonna call it like it is, man.
Man, I don't think anyone has suspected that coming from you.
And Dominator is he's got his head on. He knows what he wants to do. He was part of Crown Royalty. He saw the bull crap, got the hell away from him, and look at him. And he's been impressive in almost all his matches, whether he's won or lost. He's still been impressive. So that's my take on it.
Damn, that was brutal. I will say this. When it comes to the terms of ICW as a whole, Feck has accomplished far more than Dominator. Whether
I can't argue with that.
Whether it was on coattails or with the help, it don't matter. He still has done it. But my question to everybody is going to be this. Dominator goes into a match today not thinking he's wrestling for a title. The match then gets determined. It's for the belt, and he goes out there and does what he needs to do and wins the belt. Was this what he needed to take that next step to become dominant and be that true dominator here in ICW? I guess we'll see.
No, we're going to find out, because it could be. I mean, this could be the step right here he needed.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in the company have been waiting for him to, he has a lot of support. When he has his match, a lot of people are rooting for him, and everybody wants to see him do well. This might be where he does well.
Indeed. All right. I think we covered that pretty good.
Yep.
Now let's move on to a match I know a lot of people are looking forward to. It is going to be the World Tag Team Champions of Baltimore's Finest, Brandon Ace and Michael Carter, taking on the Global Tag Team Champions representing the upper echelon TUE, the Enforcer Rick Blanchard and Joker Nixon Wolf.
I think TUE's got their work cut out for him.
I don't know where to start with this one, though.
Because you got to start in one spot. And it goes right back to, since they've gotten back together, they got over their little, whatever it was there, their little lover's quarrel or whatever, since they got back together as a team, they have dominated everybody. I mean, nobody touches them. It is scary how good they are since they got over whatever the hell that was.
Yep. I think it was an ego-driven issue. They wanted to find out who was the best among the two of them, and now they said, all right, we got that out of our blood, let's go kill people.
And they have. And then you go to TUE, who is, at first they were a little shaky, but that group is starting to come on. I mean, everybody was talking Crown Royalty there for a while, but what's happened lately? Oh, that's right, TUE has kicked their ass, so, I mean, they're starting to come on. So are they coming on at the right time, going into this pay-per-view, or does it not matter because Baltimore's Finest is just that damn good?
Well, here's my question. Has Blanchard and Joker teamed together enough times to combat the well-oiled machine of Baltimore's Finest? Because they know what each other's thinking every step of the way. I'm not convinced Blanchard and Joker do.
It's true. I can't argue with that. But also, there's still a hint of if you watch them come out as their team, and TUE's a unit, they're a team, they come out together. Baltimore's Finest, Brandon's always got to come out first. He's always got to come out. It's like, look at me, I'm Brandon Ace, and then the big man comes out. In the back of his mind, you think Michael Carter's going, son of a bitch, why can't we, I'm an equal guy in this team. So they've kind of they've gotten over their stuff and they're working well, but is there something still there that, maybe sometime down the road, Carter says, I tried to work with you, you still got to be the attention hog.
Yes. Maybe.
So is that going to play a factor into this? Is it not? Are they going to get along and say, you know what, we can prove the haters, the people love it, everybody, just how good we are?
Right. Guess we're going to find out. It's going to be a fun match.
I think so.
You ready to get to this women's title match?
Yes.
I'll let guys know why the match is what it is, and then I'll tell them who's in the match.
All right. It's going to be an elimination match. All of the women are in this match. Reasoning behind it is out of character. We're saying that Bruno is saying that since the females have not been on TV in such a long time, he's going to be the man and say, here you go. I'm putting you all on TV all at once. Show me what you got.
Right. Now, to add to that, the one female that will not be involved in the match will be Queen Rose, because Queen Rose is clearly going to be busy dealing with her guys leading into this pay-per-view, and she's got to keep them straight on forward, because she don't play games. We know that.
Right, because we decided that she was more manager first then.
Right.
So that's why, yeah.
All right, now this match, ladies and gentlemen, will be Miranda Yumi, who is your women's champion. She'll be defending this title against the former champion, Britt England, Elizabeth Wildcat, Maria Lopez, Lily Broski, Paige Infernum, Amber Young, and BB. Now, it's not just your typical 8-women's match. It's not a typical 8-way deal. As decided by Bruno Falcone, this will be an elimination match. All 8 ladies will be in the ring at the same time, and they will battle out till there's one left. There'll be 7 eliminations in this match, so whoever wins is clearly going to earn the title. And just instead of diving into this match head on and going into it big time, I just want to ask you something different that we haven't said about any of the other matches. Since there's 8 ladies in this one, I want to know who you think is the dark horse. The dark horse to take this belt.
You know, I really don't have one. I think they all have an equal opportunity here. I think, you know, with that many people in a match, anybody can pull it out. I guess it's going to come down to who wants it more and who's going to be willing to stop people from getting a pin. And, you know, so, because I'm sure somebody's going to stop somebody from getting a pin, which is kind of weird because it's elimination, but you know it's going to happen. The question is somebody going to stop people more, or when we get to somebody start to pin somebody, people are going to go, go ahead, get them out of here.
Yeah.
You know? Speaking out, you know.
The faster you eliminate people, the more of a chance you have to win the gold.
Right. And I'm going to speak out of everything here and say I wish they put that in the game.
Yeah.
Where if it's an elimination, people would go, oh, you're getting eliminated. Yeah, I'm not touching that. But it seems like even eliminations, people want to stop people from, it's like, why? It makes no sense to me.
By the way, keep watching, Davis. You'll know why. Yeah, I'm excited for this women's match with all 8 of them, and they're all tough. All right, now, do you want to cover the Hell in a Cell or the 8-man tag first?
Let's go Hell in a Cell.
All right. I can let you guys know this one. The Hell in a Cell match was booked. It was going to be Bruno versus Joey. That match is still standing. But special thanks to Lucius West for making the suggestion. Another stipulation has been added to this match. Bruno and Joey will still go one-on-one inside a cell, but the match will not end until someone gets knocked the fuck out. It is a knockout match inside the cell. Brother versus brother. What do you think?
I think they're going to kick the crap out of each other.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it's, you know, this whole storyline couldn't be any better. You know, you got younger brother who is, you know, basically a piece of shit. He's, you know, kind of lived his life the way he wanted to and made some stupid decisions through life. Mommy and Daddy had to bail him out. Finally had enough, gave him enough money to get him the hell out of town and didn't want to see him again. You have an older brother who been a model citizen, did what Mom and Dad wanted, you know, did other things in his life that was on the straight and narrow, and then he had to come and, you know, bail baby brother out here and there. He's had enough. He's tired of his brother being a, you know, just making the family look like shit, you know, because, you know, that's usually how it works. You know, you got that bad seed that makes the rest of the family look bad. Well, Joey's that guy.
Wow.
And then Joey will tell you the opposite, that no, I'm not as bad as you know they say I am, even though deep down he knows they're right, because he's got that ego that he's the greatest thing in the world. And he's kind of, I mean, he's lived up to it. I mean, go back through his history, you know, even back to the E-Feds and all that. I mean, the man has done everything he's ever said he's going to do, and he's done it. So,
right. It's gonna be a wild match. I mean, like I said before, little brother Joey, to me, has the knowledge. He's been here, done that more than Bruno. Bruno's gonna have the size and strength advantage. Will that be enough to make up for, I guess, for lack of a better term, Joey being the veteran?
Right.
You know, but Bruno's been in the business for a while now. But I think it'd be fair to say Joey has forgotten more than Bruno's ever learned.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's a fair assessment.
So I mean, we're gonna find out. And before we get to that 8-man tag, I think we need to mention the Rumble match. So before we get into that, Joey Falcone has the following announcement to make. And that is this, ladies and gentlemen. Effective immediately, Lover Boy Bobby has been removed from Warzone, and he has been demoted back down to Dallas Championship Wrestling. And as a result, Morte Loca has been promoted to the main roster and is effective immediately part of a Warzone. And Bruno, I know you're sitting right here with me, and I've got a bombshell for you. Are you ready to hear it?
Nothing surprises me with you, you piece of shit, so go ahead.
Again, I'm the bad guy, and he's one who takes shots. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, just when you thought you pulled the wool over my eyes with the signing of Lucius West, allow me to tell you right now, Devin Browski belongs to Warzone. His contract also expired yesterday. He's inked his contract with Warzone. Welcome on board, Mr. Browski.
Son of a bitch, my...
Somebody about to get fired from... Did your secretary fuck that one up?
My lawyer told me it was taken care of. I had nothing to worry about.
Too bad. So sad.
Oh, I've got to make a phone call after this.
Yes. Indeed. So, now we're going to go back out of character, gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the roster going into the pay-per-view for Storm Warzone. And then, of course, we mentioned Miami Pro and Dallas Championship Wrestling will be involved. I'll start with Storm. These are the 10 talents. The 10 talents that will represent Storm in the Royal Rumble match. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the ICW World title is vacant. It's vacant. Whoever wins this Rumble will be crowned the world champion of all of ICW. So representing Storm, you have Grayson Taylor. You have K-Wolf, Keith James, I Am Lunatic, Artemis Kent, Todd O'Sullivan, Daniel Dino, Thomas O'Sullivan, Rufus Brown, TK Anderson. Those 10 represent Storm. The 10 that will represent Warzone are Leon Carter, Alex Darr, DOA, Powerhouse, Vernon Quinn, Puma, D-Train, Morte Loca, Creepy Clown, and the new signing to Warzone, Devin Browski. That, ladies and gentlemen, makes 20 talents in this Rumble match at Collision Course. So now that takes us to the 5 talents from Miami Pro and Dallas Championship Wrestling that are going to get the call-up. And speaking completely out of character, we based this off record. We've based this off of activity and things of that nature. So for Miami Pro, getting a shot to become world champion. Can you imagine if one of these guys win? They're going to clearly be automatically promoted from Miami or Dallas and become the world champion. They are the current reigning defending Miami Pro Wrestling Florida State champion, Lewis Carter. It is Max Muscle. We are going to move up the Gangster to this match. Ladies and gentlemen, the son of Kyle Young, Leon Young, will be a part of this Rumble. And the 5th guy getting an opportunity of a lifetime will be Billy. So representing Miami Pro, Lewis Carter, Leon Young, Gangster, Max Muscle, and Billy. Those 5 guys have an opportunity to make the main roster just by winning this Rumble. The 5 talents that are going to represent Dallas Championship Wrestling are as follows. The Texas State Champion, Kazuka. The newcomers to the company, Maximus and Kirk Carter. Marcus McMary, and the 5th member from Dallas Championship Wrestling will be Chris Davis. Those 5 talents of Dallas Championship Wrestling will be a part of the Rumble, giving you your 30-man Rumble. Now, someone has the opportunity of a lifetime. This is a world title shot. Now, I'm going to go to you guys in the chat room right now, and Ed's going to be on board with this because I forgot to mention to him earlier. I am not a fan, and if you guys want to do this, we're going to do it. And those of you who are here are the ones that are going to help us make the decision right here, right now, because I want to do this right, and I want to do this fair, and I know Ed's agreeing with everything I'm saying, not knowing the question. And that is, I don't want to, quote-unquote, rig the entrance. Now, I can go into a Rumble. You guys know this. Anybody who's played the game, you can go into the Rumble and edit the entrance. Who comes in, when, where, and how. I am not a fan of that because, to me, that sets the deck a certain way, and it's not letting things randomize. But for the sake of the Rumble, for the sake of both companies having fair opportunity for both shows, do we randomize it our own way? Do we have the entrance be, say, Storm, Warzone, then throw in a Dallas, Storm, Warzone, throw in a Miami Pro, and shake it up? Or do we just let the game make the decision? I want honest opinions from everybody. And while they're making their assumptions, Ed, I want you to give me your take on these 30 guys that are in this match and who you're most shocked being in this, and you know where to go.
Well, as far as Warzone and Storm goes, I think anybody that represents either show has a legitimate shot.
Right.
Because we know what all these guys are capable of. We know what they can do.
Yep.
So that's nothing shocking there.
It looks like random's going to be the vote right now. We've got 4 people already said random.
Just random? Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Yeah, me too. I just wanted to know what they thought. Yep, we're up to 5 randoms, 6 randoms.
What shocks me is...
That's what we'll do, gentlemen.
You took 2 guys from Dallas who I think just joined the roster, didn't even have a match, nothing.
Yep.
And you threw them in there.
I did.
Right there.
Why not?
That's it. That's the shocker to me right there. 2 guys that just joined the company have a chance to become the world champion. Where does that ever happen? Only in ICW. That's where that happened. Because like I said, I'll steal that line from Sting again. The only thing that's for sure about ICW, nothing is for sure. Simple as that. You never know. I mean, you never know what's coming out of your brain. You never know what's coming out of my brain. And then if we start working together, no good. Yeah, it's insane.
I'm just giving guys a view of the ring while you're talking. Remember, it's outside, ladies and gentlemen.
So that's, I mean, like you said, all these people in the match, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. You know, and that's why we did it, because a lot of these guys would never have a shot.
Thank you, Shy Socks.
And I'm sitting outside, the motorcycles ride by, so I'm sorry.
Shy Socks just said in the chat, WWE fears ICW booking.
But right, like we said from the get-go, a lot of these guys would probably never get a shot for a long time, so we wanted to give them their shot. Yeah, and we're just trying to, basically the roster gives us love every week, coming to the shows, being hyped, so we're trying to give the love back this way, plain and simple. We're trying to get everybody on the show. We're trying to get everybody opportunities to do all this. So that's why we did it.
Right.
And I think it's awesome. I mean, when we started discussing it, both of us were like, hell yeah, this is going to be, and then when we announced it, people didn't see it coming, and then they go, oh my God. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I know they're wondering what I'm doing because I'm traveling all through the game right now. I wanted to double check something, ladies and gentlemen. So, but yeah, I'm beyond stoked. You know, and they're going crazy in the chat room when I first said it. Billy getting the opportunity.
nice.
That blew everybody's mind. Like, wait, what? Billy's getting a shot.
You know, and we'll go back to this. You know, people have been asking, how do we top the last pay-per-view? Well, guess what? I think this just did it. Just the announcement alone, I believe, topped that last pay-per-view.
Yeah, and we haven't even announced all the matches yet.
Right.
And we're going to get to the last match in just a minute and back into the ring. I have a huge announcement, ladies and gentlemen, so don't go anywhere. A huge announcement. I'm going to show you guys something as soon as we cover this card before we go off the air. And you guys are going to be pretty stoked about that, so I think that's going to be cool, and you guys are going to have fun with that. But I'm going to give you guys the time and date for the pay-per-view as well, tell you where it's going to be taking place in the whole 9 yards.
Nice.
But 30-man Rumble is going to crown the new... Oh, my God. Mr. P says, Billy wants to Netflix and chill. Let him do that. I love it.
Now, wait a minute, if you're going to say it, it's the Netflix, because he always says
the Netflix.
And make sure the ladies bring the Cheetos to his whatever hotel room he's at.
Yes, he wants them damn Cheetos. What the hell? Oh, my fucking God, that's too much with that kid. All right, now, going to the final match. But I just want to say this real quick about the 30 people involved. Good luck. You've got the opportunity of a lifetime, and there's 8 guys that are in the main event that deserve, all 8. Well, the 6 that we know of. I shouldn't say 8. The 6 that we know of deserve a shot at the title. All 6 of them. And they're not getting it because they're going to represent the whole company first. And we're going to get into that here. But this is an 8-man tag team match. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, the original plan for this match was going to be classic Survivor Series rules. But we thought about it. And we said, no, we need to up the ante. Look at what we did the last pay-per-view. We need to make this highly, highly important. And we decided this match was going to be a 60-minute match. Whichever team can secure the most pinfall victories in 60 minutes wins. So we're going to go over these 2 teams. Representing Warzone, Butcher Bloodlust, Death Row, and Bruiser Who. Remember, there's going to be a 4th partner. He will not be known until the loading screen pops up. And representing Storm, you've got Kyle Young, Lucius West, and the KO King. Again, you're not going to know the partner until the screen pops up. And I'm going to tell you guys right here this, out of character. I do not know Ed's 4th partner. He does not know mine. We don't know. We're not telling each other till that day. Just because they're booked doesn't mean they're not going to be a part of this match. Just remember that. You never know who it's going to be. So when I'm setting up the card to go live, that's when we're going to find out who it is. So we're both kind of giddy and out of character. We got to tell them this, Ed. Where are we going to go if we both pick the same guy?
Flip a coin.
Fair enough. We'll flip a fucking coin.
Flip a coin.
And then the other guy better improvise real quick.
Play another Madden game. Oh wait, no, I just kicked your ass.
Oh my God, that is going to be the fun part of it, ladies and gentlemen. We're not telling each other, so if we end up picking the same guy, we're going to have to improvise. But it's going to be hilarious because we're storylining the member and all that. It's fucking great. Oh my God. So, and nonetheless, I want to let you guys know this real quick about Dallas Championship Wrestling and Miami Pro. There will be some cards for both shows between now and the pay-per-view. Because I'm going to let them know this right now before we talk about that match. The pay-per-view will take place Friday, ladies and gentlemen, August 28th. Friday, August 28th, and it's going to go live at 3 p.m. to make sure we have time to get the whole show done. Because between the Rumble and the main and the 8-man tag, that's going to take roughly 2 hours. I think that's fair. Just those 2 matches alone, 2 hours. And I leave my house for work around 8:15.
Yeah.
So if we're live at 3 and the show's lasting over 5 hours, something's wrong. So next Friday, that's a whole week. And yeah, one day before your birthday. We were going to do it Saturday of next week, but I was afraid more people will have things to do on Saturdays than Fridays, and I've noticed that when we run regular shows, the Saturday shows never get as many viewers as the Friday shows for some reason. So
right.
I wanted to have as many people live as possible. So 3 o'clock Friday afternoon next week, not this Friday, next week. So we've got a lot of days, ladies and gentlemen, to go by to hype this show. And we're going to be doing Dallas Championship Wrestling in between. We're going to be doing Miami Pro Wrestling in between to really push the envelope. Now, like I said, I still have a major announcement I'm going to give you. But let's get to that 8-man tag. Kyle Young, Lucius West, KO King, Bloodlust, Death Row, Bruiser Who are the 6 we know. We have 2 mystery partners. What is your thoughts on this match? Because to me, Bloodlust is the biggest guy in this match. Lucius and KO King are smaller talents. They're both smaller, I believe, than Bruiser Who, if I'm not mistaken. And Bruiser's not that big. You know, but Kyle Young's a 3-time champion. Bloodlust is a multi-time champion. This is crazy. And when you heard Joey Falcone make the statement, he loves what Death Row did to Powerhouse. He can't get Powerhouse off the mind. He loves messing with that poor guy. And that's what convinced him Death Row was the right choice. That's wild. But these 6 guys, their honest opinion, who's the guy to fear and who's the one guy you think might be the guy that's the wrong choice of the 6?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Before I get into that, I'm glad we picked next Friday, because next Friday was supposed to be the start of high school football season here in the state of Ohio, but fans aren't allowed to go, so this will give me something to do.
There you go.
All right. Now, as far as who's the guy to fear and who's the guy who's not shouldn't be in the match, I don't think you can pick. I don't think you pick a guy that shouldn't be in the match. I even though Storm is definitely the smaller team, all those guys deserve to be there. I mean, they really do. Mm-hmm. Lucius, I mean, good Lord, he was that division. He was 4-time champ. I mean, he was the division.
Yeah.
I mean, good Lord.
Indeed.
And the KOK, he just brings it every match. Doesn't matter who he's fighting. Doesn't matter, 110%, full go. He goes at you.
Yes.
And you can't say enough about Kyle Young. I mean, he's just full go. I mean, good Lord, 3-time champion. He lately, you just can't destroy him.
Right.
I mean, he's in every match. It's absolutely insane. And then go over to Warzone. I mean, good Lord, if this was real, if people were taking bets, Warzone would be winning in a landslide right now.
They'd be the betting favorite.
Oh, it would. They would. I mean, just by size alone. I mean, Bloodlust is a complete monster. Bruiser Who is that crate. He's got that crate. You never know what the hell he's going to do. He's just. It's like, how is he? What is his mindset? What's he thinking? You never know. And Death Row, for God's sakes, used actors to get to at his. I mean, come on. Who does that? Who goes and hires actors or wannabe wrestlers to screw their life to help him screw his father? I mean, come on.
Right.
It's just, holy crap. I mean, just back and forth, you just look, you go, holy crap.
Whose match? KO King. KO King said his match with Blanchard was one of his favorite matches in ICW to date. It was insane. I'm not sure who he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about Bruiser Who.
And then, but if you
since we've been hyping this and working on the storylines and doing all this, I mean, anybody who's on Storm truly believes Storm is the best brand in the company.
Right.
Anybody who's on Warzone truly believes Warzone's the best brand in the company. And they get at it. They go. It's just.
Right.
I think this has been some of the most fun I've had doing this kind of stuff in a long time. Because they're just so into it, and they bring the energy every week, and you can just see, and just by how how they respond in the chat and how this and that. I mean, literally, guys from Storm in character hate guys from Warzone. Guys from Warzone hate guys from Storm, and and it's amazing how they've all.
Yep.
Everybody, they bought into it. They're loving it. And since we're basically out of character here, I'm going to say it. We told people before, when we really get to doing what we want to do, we're pretty damn good at it.
We try.
Right. And the roster they're bringing it out in us, which makes it even better because they push us to want to do more. And I know you've said it, and I'll say it. If we could just do more with the game, holy shit. These guys have no idea what, really, this roster would blow their minds even more than we are. And like I said, I can't say it enough, and I've said it the last couple weeks. Thank you guys, all of you that's on this roster. I mean, you guys and Dougie's told you, honestly, this is the most fun I've had in a long time, and I want to keep this going. Because if I get in that rut again where I'm like, you'll see it. You'll see a difference. Ask Dougie, he can tell you.
Right. Well, all I can do is echo everything you just said, and it's freaking awesome. I can't wait for all these matches. Like I said, if you're on the card, you're booked unless you're one of the extra tag teams. Only tag teams didn't get booked, and that's about it. So, I mean, that's the pay-per-view card. Now I want to show you guys something. Ed and I were talking about this. If you guys know your old school wrestling, you know every once in a while the then WWF did the quote-unquote Saturday nights main event.
Oh, I missed that. That was so much fun.
And every once in a while, NWA/WCW, they did Clash of the Champions.
Yep.
So we're going to be doing our own version of Saturday night's main event, Clash of the Champions. We didn't decide how often they'll take place. It's going to be like an extra pay-per-view type deal. And the one agreement we made, and you guys are going to love this, due to how much fun you guys are having with this cross-brand stuff right now, that nights that we do this show, we're going to about ready to show you and talk about. The matches will all be cross-branded. It'll be Warzones versus Storms, Storms versus Warzones on these shows. They'll take place, we're figuring maybe once every 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever it might be.
Right.
It's not going to be all the time, so when it happens, you're like, yeah, because if we make it too often, it's not a big deal. And I do want to say this real quick, too, before I forget. Remember, after the pay-per-view, if we have to fire anybody, we're firing people. If we have to move people from the main roster to the farm systems, if you will, we are. If the guys who want to move up, they are. We're going to make these moves. There's also the potentiality for trades. How many trades, how many talents, you never know. There could be trades. You will have to wait and see. There may be nothing.
Right. And I want to add something on that. Earlier during the show, people were saying, well, if we can't make it to the live show. Guys, we've been saying for months, if you can't make it to the live show, that's fine. We don't have a problem with that. But what we need and what we really want is for people to go back, watch the replay. It's your time when you can do it. And please post a comment after you've watched it.
Yes.
So because that is one way we know that you're watching, you're here, you're involved. Because if you don't show up for anything, we don't know you're here.
Right.
There are a lot of guys that come to almost every show. Some guys come to here and there. I know there are guys that reach out to you on like Twitter and other stuff. But we need to know you're here.
Right.
Because honestly, if you're not here, You know, if you don't want to be involved, why should we keep you on the roster?
Right.
That's plain and simple. Well, we can bring people in that want to be.
Right. And that's why I've made the statement. If, like you said, you can't be there live. If I see you in the chat room, I know you're here. If you comment after the show when you weren't there live, I'm like, oh, now I know you've watched it, you've seen it, you know what's going on. Some guys, they do message me, they discuss with me the matches and things that went down. They don't leave a comment, but at least I know they watched it. And again, we're not one of those companies, you're not here, you're not here. You know, there's some people who will fire you because you don't show up to a live show. You have a life. Go live your life. This is your hobby. You enjoy your hobby at your luxury on your time. I just need to know when you're doing it so I know you're still a part of it. That's all. Yeah, Mr. P, you're one of my biggest commenters. You seem to comment everything, and I appreciate it. Now, you ready to let me show them this arena?
Yep, go ahead, because they're going to lose their minds.
You have it up on your screen?
No, I don't, so I'll have to watch it on a replay. I'm sitting outside on my front porch.
Gotcha. All right. I'm going to go, like I said, it's a feed off Saturday night's main event, which is Vince McMahon's Titan Towers, if you will, and WCW's Clash of the Champions. They're going to be blended into one, and you'll understand in just a minute. As ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing Clash of the Titans. And this is the arena in which they will take place in. All matches will take place in this arena. There's no ICW logos. There's no Storm logos. There's no Warzone logos. It's the Clash of the Titans. And this is where you will see all the action. As you see, Clash of the Titans around the top of the building. It's inside. It's in a little dome structure, if you will. And I'm going to zoom out so you can see the stage. That is your stage. You see the pillars. Clash of the Titans. Now let's get down to ringside. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Clash of the Titans. This is where Storm meets Warzone. However often we deem to see it and to be fit. These guys are going crazy in the chat room. Holy shit, geez, looks sick. Mine's blowing off the top of Shy Socks. Alright, let me get down to ringside here. Show you guys the tables. As you can see, there's the tables. And they got Clash of the Champions wrote on the stone walls. You can see the ring is gold. You can see the foiling around the ring, the gold post rather. I freaking had an accent for no reason. Them beautiful gold steps. I'm telling you, that looks like something out of a Wonka bar right there.
Let me say this to everybody on the roster. You're the reason why we've decided to do this. This is for you guys. And like I said, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't want to do stuff like this and have fun. So thank you again. And we hope you really enjoy it.
This is some real gladiator shit. Yeah, indeed. They're Titans, baby. Like I said, Titans represented the Titan Towers of Saturday night's main event, and the Clash of the Champions for WCW NWA. We wanted to honor them both because they both gave us so much joy as kids. Here's what you got. Yes, Vernon called me Ed again, I know. He does it all the fucking time. Oh, I love it.
That's hilarious.
But I forgot to mention it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like an idiot. Friday, August the 28th, 3 p.m. You already got that. And I forgot to mention this. And this is kudos to Lucius West, because he came up with the idea to make the Hell in a Cell match even better, the Knockouts match. He's going to step up to the plate and try to build Hawaii Impact Wrestling to make it part of our umbrella, if you will, here at ICW. So in honor of that, we are taking ICW to Honolulu, Hawaii for a collision course. So pack your bags, we're going to the beach. It's going to be in Hawaii.
Nice.
And that's where we're going to do battle in honor of what he's been doing for HIW and making that wonderful suggestion. So I know he's done some stuff. He's been doing some testing and other things, and he's really trying to build that, and I think it's awesome. So Hawaii Impact Wrestling should be built real soon to the max what he wants it to be. The Pro Bowl. The fuck is this, the Pro Bowl, says Chris Davis, because we're going to Hawaii. Hey, it's your Hawaii. You might win the world title at your Pro Bowl, ICW edition. But ladies and gentlemen, I think we've covered it all.
Leave it to Davis. Oh, shit.
I think we've covered all this. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to keep these any longer. I got to go get myself ready for work.
We're still here real quick, and since he's in the chat and I can't see him, tell me how he responds. How much does he really hate his character being in Dallas right now?
Oh, he hates it. He's already posted about it yesterday. He said, "Fuck Dallas," even though I'm in Dallas.
Because we know he's an Eagles fan, so.
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it.
That's what I love about this arena. There's no signs of ICW, Warzone, Storm, anything in this building. It's all Clash of the Titans. Oh, I love it.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
So, I'm excited. Pay-per-view.
Oh, I am.
He wants to wear a fuck Dallas shirt. Oh my God, I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got about 45 minutes before I got to get out my door and go to work. Y'all be safe. Take care. Thank you for being here. Ed, this has been fun.
Oh, always.
Until the 28th, we're going to be sitting and waiting and building this. But like I said, we'll do some Miami Pros and we'll do some Dallas Championship Wrestlings in between. But for today, we're done. I'm going to go take a fucking piss and get ready for work. We're out of here.
All right.
Later.
We're out of here.